While talking about the multi-race motorcycle clubs, we absolutely need to mention the Wheels of Soul MC. The Wheels of Soul Motorcycle Club are a multiracial, one-percenter outlaw motorcycle club. Although they are active nationwide in the United States, in addition to a chapter in Puerto Rico, they are primarily based in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, with chapters in at least 25 states across the U.S. The group claims to be the country's largest mixed-race outlaw motorcycle club. The Wheels of Soul Motorcycle Club was founded in 1967 by an unidentified man known as Coffee. The organization was set up in Philadelphia, which acted as the group's mother chapter as they began expanding into other states. The Wheels of Soul Motorcycle Club has been deemed a violent gang by federal officials. Members of the Wheels of Soul are known to raise money through robberies and by distributing drugs, especially crack cocaine, but also heroin. Members have also committed various acts of violence, including murder, attempted murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and kidnapping. Other criminal activities that the gang participates in include racketeering, extortion, and assault. The organization, reportedly known to intimidate their rivals, has also been involved in multiple disputes with other gangs, resulting in various armed conflicts and killings of rival gang members. Enemies of the Wheels of Soul include the Outcast Motorcycle Club, Sin City Titans, Hell's Lovers Motorcycle Club, and the Street Soldiers. In 2009, in an incident with a rival gang, members of the Wheels of Soul gunned down a member of the Sin City Titans in St. Louis, Missouri. The shooting had allegedly occurred after an apparent gang war was initiated by the group's Philadelphia chapter weeks prior to the incident. Sometime during January 2011 in Chicago, a Wheels of Soul member shot a member of a rival gang, the Street Soldiers, killing them. The shooting commenced after an altercation had occurred between both parties. The gunman would later be identified as Anthony Robinson, who would later go on to shoot 3 individuals in the back who were fleeing from a party in Marion, Ohio that same year. One of the victims was killed, while the other sustained serious wounds from the shooting. A raid was conducted by federal agents on the West Philadelphia Wheels of Soul clubhouse in 2011, following an FBI investigation that began in 2009. The search resulted in the arrest of 18 members of the Wheels of Soul Motorcycle Club. They were charged with racketeering and other crimes, which they had committed in the St. Louis area. In 2012, 4 members of the Wheels of Soul Chicago chapter were charged with racketeering following an investigation by the ATF. The investigation occurred in Chicago, Illinois. Shots were fired near the Wheels of Soul Motorcycle Club clubhouse in West Philadelphia in 2013, with 3 members being hit by gunfire. On January 29, 2013, 2 members of the Real Kings Motorcycle Club entered the Cycle Gear in North Charleston, South Carolina to make purchases. 5 members of the Wheels of Soul Motorcycle Club then entered the shop and told the Real Kings members that they were not supposed to be there. This led to a melee confrontation which erupted into a shootout, leaving the president of the Real Kings MC dead, as well as 2 Wheels of Soul MC members. The Wheels of Soul members, identified as Ronald Reed and Barry Stinson, were later taken into custody and charged with second-degree assault and battery by mob. One of the Real Kings bikers had been sporting an Outcast support patch at the time of the shooting. In June 2014, Christopher Fields, a member of the Wheels of Soul, was charged with shooting and killing his cousin Todd Riley in a road rage incident. Fields was riding his motorcycle alongside fellow club members of the Wheels of Soul New York chapter on Roosevelt Boulevard and believed that Riley had cut him off in his Buick Century. Riley then proceeded to get out of his car, and an argument sparked between him and the Wheels of Soul bikers. A disgruntled Fields then opened fire on Riley with his semi-automatic pistol, leaving him with fatal gunshot wounds that would take his life an hour later. Christopher Fields was apprehended not far from the scene, subsequently arrested and charged with murder, weapons offenses, and related counts. On August 30, 2014, Wheels of Soul member Stephen Hicks was fatally gunned down while attending a party in Birmingham, Alabama, along with Wilbert Hawkins, a member of the Showstopper Motorcycle Club. It is suspected that members of the rival Outcast Motorcycle Club had shown up to the event with firearms and opened fire. Police have linked this incident to the murder of rapper Bobby Ray Stewart, an alleged member of the Outcast Motorcycle Club, in a nightclub in Columbus, Georgia, as well as the beating of a Fort Benning soldier that same night in the same nightclub. 2 women affiliated with the Wheels of Soul Motorcycle Club were charged with the illegal purchase and transfer of firearms during 2020 in Pennsylvania. A drug bust in the Isle of Wight County, Virginia in 2023 led to the arrest of a high-ranking member of the Wheels of Soul motorcycle gang. The Wheels of Soul Motorcycle Club like to keep things to themselves. Unlike Hells Angels or other motorcycle clubs, you won't see them appearing in front of journalists or other news channels all the time. Hence, there's not much that's out in the open. But we will try to dig up more information about them and get back to you with more details. Till then, stay tuned.